So we're here at SuperBad Boxing Gym in Detroit with the super middleweight champion of the world, Tony Harrison.
Yep.
Coming in, flex, I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again.
Thank you for inviting us in. We're really happy to be here. My love for you has grown over the last few months.
Oh man, I feel the same way.
You know, when I look around this room, I see two things that stand out. One is you have been inspired by Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah, he was if you weren't inspired by Muhammad Ali, even if you didn't want to box.
Exactly.
You know, he was the guy that believed in what he believed in and stood strong on it, and didn't care if he got arrested for it, went to jail for it.
I think more people should do and feel that, because don't be afraid to stand up for yourself.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
And then I see kids. I see a whole football team of kids on your wall. What is it about the kids that really fires you up?
I think for me, I just want to just break the wave of laziness and gamership. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of kids, you know, nowadays it's about games. You know, it's about gaming and chilling at the crib and sitting on the couch. You know how I grew up, we went outside, we played basketball, we played football, and we worked hard, you know what I mean? I think this gym just shows everybody that, you know, no matter what you want to do, you know, it gotta come through hard work.
Flex, I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with,
Your grandfather was a boxer.
Go.
Your dad was a boxer.
Yeah.
And those weren't really the ones that inspired you to get into boxing.
Yeah, it was actually my mother.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was actually my mother. For a man, you know, that's done something, he understands how hard it is, and he understands how political it is, and you know, everything that goes along with the sport. I think he understands that this sport in this day and age, it would be hard to succeed in. You know, and I don't care how talented you is. You know, it's not only about talent, it's about who's pushing you. You know, the right direction, going in the right direction, the gym you're in, the city you're in, the manager you have. So it's just a lot that plays a part in, you know, you being a successful boxer. And I think my dad and my granddad went through that. I think my dad didn't want me to go through that. My granddad probably didn't want me to go through that, so they didn't even introduce me to it. You know, so I naturally was just on the street fighting, and my mom said, look, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna carry on, you know, what you all started. And sure enough, I went to the gym one day after beating everybody up through the neighborhood, went through the gym, never looked back.
My understanding is that growing up in your neighborhood, you lived in a home that you were evicted from.
Right. To be honest, I think it probably was the best thing that ever happened to me, you know, because I found my identity. I never knew what I wanted to do, you know, and I went to school every day, you know. I just lived life every day at the textbook of everybody, you know, you got to go to school every day, got to go get your education. But at that moment, you know, education meant nothing, you know, because I had nothing, right. You know, so I think it gave me my identity. Seeing everything, all my clothes, all my trophies, all my medals, all my shoes, all in one dumpster. Not me, us not even having money to get a U-Haul to kind of, you know, carry on the things that we needed, you know. So I think I found my identity right there and said, you know what, yeah, it's time to grow up. You know, 16 years old, you got to put your man's shoes on. It's time to grow up. You know, and I depended on myself, and I stuck with my father, and I stuck with my brothers, and all of us, we played a part in just, you know, just being resilient. I smiled. I still smile. I didn't cry. I smiled and said, you know what, I'll make something out of this.
Yeah. You know, you can take different lanes and you know, different ways, but really it comes to a choice. And, you know, usually the choice that you choose is the destiny that comes out at the end.
Right.
God puts it there for you,
For
know?
sure.
And now you're world champion.
Yeah, for sure. I think I just had to read between the lines, you know. I didn't want to see my mom out like this. I didn't want to see my dad out like this. So I put my big boy shoes on and said, look, it's time to grind. It's time to get it for us.
When talking about being evicted from your home and all your stuff being in a dumpster, where'd you go from there?
I went to my cousin's house. He had 2 kids and a wife of his own. Still took me in, came, and I moved right down the street from where my gym is now in Wisconsin, right down the street in Midland. And, you know, I thrived from there, man.
Did he have any influence on where your gym was going to be when you decided, here's where I'm going to put my gym?
You know what? I just think him taking me in and me getting to know this neighborhood and seeing how, you know, how this neighborhood needed it, you know, so dearly than the neighborhood I stayed in, because the neighborhood I stayed in is more of a main street. This street has nothing up and down to help these kids generate hard work, or just the mentality for hard work is in itself.
What did he think about you moving the gym here?
He thought I could have moved it to a better place, maybe like a downtown or something.
Okay.
Or maybe like in a better neighborhood, or maybe like a suburb. But you know, I don't want to take from our people and what our people needed in these inner city neighborhoods to a neighborhood that could possibly use it but didn't need it. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to get back to the people that need it like me.
So bottom line, it really goes back to when we opened this conversation, is the kids.
For sure.
Because you wanted to be in a place where you could help the kids in the neighborhood.
For sure.
And you went to an area that needed the most help, and that's where we are now.
That's where we are now.
Beautiful.
Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win.
You get this building.
Right.
You say, I'm gonna have a gym in this community, and I'm gonna move in and have a great place for people. So was it all about like teaching boxing, or was it more than that?
I mean, just teaching life skills. You know, I think boxing is the closest thing to just life. It's gonna be hard for any kid in this building again to be a world champion. You know, we're not teaching them about world champion. We just teach them how to be accountable. Be accountable, work hard for it, and if you want it, go get it. You know, it's not gonna be given to you, so we just want to get them the facility for where they have everything to go get it. They just gotta come in and get it themselves.
So what else do you do in your gym here other than box?
My best program, I think is the best, is our tutoring program. Our tutoring program is ran by the best person possible, Jasmine Bradley, graduate from Michigan, going to be a doctor. And her tutoring program, everybody's 3.5 and up.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You got the
3.5.
perfect person in your corner.
Perfect person in my corner, perfect.
Yeah. So we just moved out of the boxing area and the gym that you've basically built out with your own money, and this entire building, which is massive, was like this.
It was all in Rebels, but you know, it's hard for somebody to believe in your dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my dream, you know, I brought it to life.
Yeah.
You know, and then the guys came back in like, man, I couldn't believe what you did with this building.
And I know the plan is to pull this entire building together, and it goes far back. You have a whole outside where you're gonna have basketball court, transportation for the kids, and big plans for this space.
Yeah, for sure. But the plans take money. You know, and you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of support. So,
yeah.
You know, sometimes that's what we ask for. You know, you see the roof. You know, at this point, you know, with me being successful in not only boxing, you know, we get more and more kids traveling from Ferndale, from, you know, Harper Woods. We getting these guys to travel, but we only have so limited a space to work with.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think if we can fix this up, maybe put the ring on this side where it's a little more space, then we get the opportunity to maximize what we have. My biggest hate is turning kids around. I don't want to turn kids around because we don't have the space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, so even if nobody helps us, I'm going to get it done.
That's how this happened so far.
That's how it has started.
This isn't coming from like a bunch of wealthy people just pouring money. This is from you getting out and grinding every day and just pouring it back in.
Pouring it back in our neighborhood.
If there's any message to the people watching this is, you know, you're helping a bunch of kids right now, about 50, but you could help hundreds.
I can help hundreds.
Hundreds, and it could change this entire neighborhood and community.
We got Bethune. I think that's the school, the middle school, young middle school over there. But it's so low, it's failing so bad that, you know, it's showing us that where are our kids in this neighborhood gonna have to turn? What kind of jobs are we promising our neighborhood kids because our school system is failing? You know, our thing is, it's nothing wrong with a little extra attention, a little extra attention. My thing is, if I can get my tutor to at least get some of our kids, some of those kids that's the worst kids in there, and I could teach the worst kids, the ones that's fighting all the time, how to fight. If I could teach the worst kids that don't understand reading, math, science, social studies, to get them here with our tutor and somebody to fund that for us, I think that's a step closer to what our dream is.
Yeah. So there we are, our time with super middleweight champion Tony Harrison. You know, not only a leader in boxing and the world of sports, but in the community and with the kids and with the families. And I really appreciate you giving me the time to, you know, get into what motivates you.
I appreciate you bringing this to life.
All right, and I got you. I will be here it's not just me. I'll bring my entire team, and everybody who's watching, you consider and you watch what's happening here, because you can make a difference too.
Yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB who we running with. Yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright, coming in. Yeah.